Hey guys, alright, so Travis picking, alright? So Travis picking is a technique with the finger picking hand whereby the thumb continually alternates between two strings like this, whereby the fingers play something more melodic. So maybe something like So if you watched that really carefully there, you'd see that my thumb was kind of alternating bump, 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 whereby the three fingers here played something more melodic, obviously assisted with this hand here. So now when you do this, right, there's a bunch of different combinations that can happen between the thumb and the fingers. So we're going to jump into all those combinations now. And hopefully if you practice these as individual exercises, then your Travis picking will improve pretty quickly. Okay, so let's just get this into a bit more of a close-up. And this has got to be all about the right hand here. So I'm just going to try to adjust this camera a bit more like that, I reckon. All right then, so make sure that's in focus. Yes, sir. Okay, so like we said, the thumb has to alternate between two strings. So we're going to alternate between the low E string and the D. Okay? So the first thing you've got to get used to is that. Simply alternating and hitting each of those two strings comfortably like that. Okay? Cool. From there, we're now going to take each of these fingers. Okay, the first finger is going to be responsible for playing the G string here. Second finger is going to be responsible for playing the B string. Ring finger responsible for playing the high E string. Okay, so thumb will be playing these two notes. First finger on the G, second on the B, and third finger on the high E. Now with this hand here, I'm just going to play a G chord up here. Any version of the G will do, okay? I'm just going to play that standard version there. Okay, so we're going to break down the technique like this, okay? The thumb is going to be continually going like this. We're going to look at finger 1 to start with. And we're going to be hitting finger one in the 4 different places in relation to the thumb. So the first place is on the first note there. So we hit the first note with the thumb and the first finger at the same time. Like that. We'll try it again. And then if we keep that going, we'll get this. Okay. Next, we're going to hit the first finger on the second pluck. So not that one, on that one. So it'll be like that. That feels different to the first one. Okay. Next up, we're going to play the first finger in between the first and the second thumb notes. So we're going to get this. Okay. If I repeat that. And then finally, I'm going to play the first finger in between the second note and going back to the first note. So you'll get this. Okay, so it's that. So far, right, our first thing we need to do is get the thumb going there, just like that. Next, we're going to play the first finger on the first note, so we get. Okay, then we're going to play the first finger on the second note. Then we're going to play in between first and second. then in between the second and going back to the first. Okay, so that's the 4 places you can use and play this first finger in regards to the thumb here. And that's doing it all with the first finger, okay? So I'd recommend doing this one here, 2 minutes on that, then 2 minutes on this one. Sorry. Get used to that for 2 minutes. Then 2 minutes on this one. 2 minutes on this one. 2 minutes on this one. And then that takes us on to the second finger, which is the B string. Now, everything stays the same, right? But we just swap the first finger to the second finger. So we'll play on the first pluck. Okay, so that was just that, sorry, okay. So if we repeat that. Now I'll put it on the second pluck, which is that one. Now in between first and second plucks. Now in between the second and going back to the first. That's straightforward. Next up is the third finger on the high E string there, right? So same again on the first note, on the second note. It'll feel different with this finger. Each finger will feel a little bit different. And then we'll do it in between the first and second. And then in between the second note and going back to the first. So again, get this going here. On the first note, now ready. On the second note. After the first. Sorry. After this one, going back to this one. And again, so I'd recommend you do 2 minutes on every single combination. So again, 2 minutes just on that. 2 minutes on this one. Sorry. 2 minutes on this one. 2 minutes on this one. Sorry. 2 minutes on this one. Move on to the second finger, same thing. 2 minutes on that one. Okay, so boom, da, boom, da. 2 minutes on this one. Da, da, 2 minutes on this one. Da, da, 2 minutes on this one. Third finger, 2 minutes on this one. Sorry. 2 minutes on this one. 2 minutes on this one. 2 minutes on this one. And that there, guys, that's all of the combinations that you're likely to encounter with the thumb and the 3 fingers playing around, on and in between each of the thumb picks. So you might then sometimes, you know, mix up something like, sorry. Something like that. I'm not quite sure what I played then, actually. So I'm using multiple fingers there with the thumb moving continually on the 2 strings. I don't quite know which ones I played then, but it doesn't matter. I know that whichever ones I played would have fallen within one of the exercises that I just went through. So if I make sure each of my fingers can operate anywhere on or in between each of these thumb notes, it doesn't matter which pattern that I have to play, I know my fingers are going to be able to do it. And then the only thing left then for, you know, learning a Travis picking song is just to remember the picking pattern with his hand, and obviously we're going to have to do something with that hand as well, but that's outside the scope of this lesson. So that is my world's quickest crash course on Travis picking. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps. Take care. Have fun. And I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.